Hello guys, welcome to Information 2 Software. I am Hao Wen, and I would like to introduce the product i2Active. In this lesson, you will study the functionality of i2Active and understand how to approach the product's objectives. Briefly, the i2Active can establish the real-time synchronization between two databases in the production environment. When the product database experiences the business interruption, the backup database can take over the responsibility of the work database. On the other hand, the backup database also has the ability to perform reverse synchronization to sync the newly increased data to the product database. Alright, let's get started. In this lesson, I have prepared the three databases server to simulate the product machine and the backup machine, as well as the machine already installed the web console module, and then it indicates we can access the i2 app and create all the relevant replication rule. Alright, let's begin from the production server here. Well, in both production server and backup server, we need to prepare the database, like the Oracle in this case. And now we just need to access the Oracle account. Alright, and sign in the Oracle with the system account. And start up the database. Well, during this time, we can also do the same thing to the backup server. Just go to the Oracle account, sign in. And start up. Well, in the production server, we need to do some configuration for our Oracle database. First of all, we need to enable the archive log. And we can check the archive log status here with archive log list. Alright, just we can see the current archive log status is still disabled, so we need to enable it. Let's just shut down the current database. And then we just start up the mount. And alter database archive log. Then just open this database. Okay, now we can just check the status of archive log again with archive log list. Well, as you can see, the status of the archive log is already enabled, so we can go to the next step. And the next step, we need to go to the root container of the database with the outer session set container equal to cdb root. And enable the force login function outer database force login. And then outer database add supplemental log data. Alright, now we need to find the PDB containers which can contain the data from between the two different Oracle database. And we can just check the PDB container with show PDBs. And here we already got the PDB01, which is already open without any restriction, so we can just use it. But if you notice the status of your PDB container is not open, you can just open it with outer pluggable database and just input your specific PDB container's name and open. But because I already opened it, so we can just skip this step. Well, then we need to create the user for user which name is i2 and assign the specific permissions. We need to go to the PDB01 container first, outer session set container equal to PDB01. Alright, and let's create user i2 identified by i2. That means we create the username is i2 with the password as i2 as well. Then give it a permission like grant select on sys.link to the i2 and grant select on sys user. And then grant DBA to i2. Alright, now we already finished all the configuration for the production server Oracle database, and let's go to the backup server and configure the database as well. Then we can also check the PDBS container, show PDBS, and there we also have the container code PDB01, and then let's just go to this container with the outer session set container equal to PDB01. And we can also create a user with same name i2. Let's create i2 create user i2 identified by i2. Yep, because I already created this user, so we just it mentioned me there is a conflict name, so we can just go ahead and assign the permission to this user. Grant select on sys link. Alright, now we've already done all the configuration for both Oracle database. So let's go back to the production server. Well, and let's create the database. In the production server, we need to install the necessary module, which called i2Active here. And at this time, we just need to unzip it. Alright, it will create the i2Active directory and some necessary functionalities, and then we can go ahead. Well, then the next step, we need to initialize the process to connect the i2 app with production server and or backup server. And then before we do that, we need to ensure the listener is enabled. We can check the status of the listener with the command listener control status. Well, as you can see, there's no any listener, so we just need to start it. Alright, and check the status again. Alright, the listener is already enabled, so the next step we also need to check the host file and ensure the host is totally same as the or device IP address. Let's go to the etc/hosts. Alright, obviously there's a little bit different, so we can just correct it. But before that, because currently we use Oracle account, so but not the root account, so we just need to log out to the root account and edit the hosting file again. etc hosts. Just correct our IP address, which should be 87. Then save and quit. And let's go back to the Oracle. Then after we done this, we can just initialize the IA helper to connect this server to the i2 app with the i2Active /bin/IA helper. And enter the target IP address, and the IP address should be the 10.1.101.76. Alright, as you can see, the IP address is already connected, so we can check the status with ps ef/grep IA helper. Well, there's already have the IA helper of the process, and then we can go to the i2 app. Click resource, database node, inactive node. Here, as you can see, we already got the node with the IP address of the production server, and we need to activate it. Well, there's a two directory, which we always need to create it manually and assign the necessary permission allows the i2 app to access this directory. So let's go back to the production server. Oops, let's go back to the root account and do that again. Make directory -p/var i2 data and cache. Alright, let's do it again for the log directory. Then we need to move and we need to assign this directory to the Oracle account with such owner -r Oracle Oh, install. Alright, and assign the necessary permission. And in this case, I just assign all the permission to this directory. But if you need to customize the specific permission, yeah, of course you can do that. Switch mode, all the permission to the far i2 data cache, and also do the same thing to the log. Well then, let's go back to the i2App, and we can just correct the name or change it with, let me see, or work machine, work server IP addresses. 87. That's the, let me see, the Oracle production. Alright, and let's assign the source node for this production node and confirm it. It will initialize the process data automatically, so we can just fresh it until all the process just initialized. But during this time, we can also do the same configuration to our backup server. Let's quit this database and to the Oracle. Or just log out. And we also need to create the directory for the i2 data cache and the i2 data log, but I already done this, so I just show the specific path, the cd var i2 data. Yeah, as you can see, I already created the two directories. And then let's go back to the Oracle. We also need to install the i2Active module, and there I already did that, so we just need to connect with the i2App with i2Active being a helper. Alright, great. And let's go back to the i2App, and now the necessary process just initialized successful, and we can see our 86 backup server also initialize the IA back. And because I already, since we finished the connection between the 86 backup server with the i2App, we need to also do the same process to initialize or register the node to the machine node, and assign the backup node to the to our backup server. Alright, then let's go to the database node and create a new one. The name is 87 Oracle source. the product node will also choose the 87 Oracle production, and the license we select the active license. The username, please notice the username is totally equal to the user we created on the Oracle database, which is i2, and the password is i2 as well. And the service name we should enter the container name. In this case, I use pdb01. And database IP equal to the IP address of the production server, 87. And then we can just leave the rest of configuration as a default and test the link. The link successed, then we submit it. And we do the same thing to the our backup server, 86, and test the link again. Cannot connect to the Oracle. Well, there is several reasons, but I think the primary one is I did not start up the Oracle database. So let's go back to the backup server and enter the database again, SQL plus sysdba. Alright, we already start up the, looks like we already start up the database. And then let's check the listener. No any listener. Alright, let's start it. After we initialize the listener, we need to kill the previous process, and we can check the IA helper process with ps-ef/grep IA helper, and kill the first one, the second one, 144444961. And then initialize the IA helper again, i2Active bin IA helper. Alright, and now the link is connected successful. Then we submit it and refresh the status until the 86 Oracle backup becomes a normal status. Alright, as you can see, the status for both the source Oracle and the backup Oracle server is become normal successful. And then let's go to the database site and click Oracle, click replication. Well, we can start to create the specific rule, and let's click the new. The name is just name it as 87 source and 86 backup, and then we need to change the mapping type this time into the second option. Well, and we need to add the user and the target user, i2 and i2. And please notice, because the user's name in the database is a capital type default, so we need to use a capital type as well here, and we cannot use a normal type. It always indicates the problem. Alright, and we need to check our environment. Please ensure all the compare result here remark as green check. Let's close and submit it. Confirm it. We don't need to, it doesn't matter, we don't need to mind that. And then let's click continue. Alright, and let's just keep waiting until the export and the analysis, the mount process just finished. Alright, the export is finished and the mount is also tracked. That means the two databases just established the synchronization, and then if we go to the or production server and do some modifications, such as create the new table for i2 user and inject and insert the random data inside the table, and at the backup server, it also received and synced the SAM table with the SAM data. Let's just do the test for it. Okay, let's go to the Oracle account and sign in Oracle database. And go to the container PDB01 with authorization set container equal to PDB01. Well, it just creates the random table. Let me see, like the create table user i2 dot tb1, which stands for the table 1. ID, the number, let me see, set as 10. Primary key. There's a name, varchar. Not normal. How about just price? And also the number type. Alright, let's create it. Let me see, we can just insert the random data. Let me see, insert into i2 dot table 1. ID, name, price, and the value equal to one laptop. Price 7,000 yuan. Then finish. All right, let's go to the or backup server. Well, generally it always needs to take some time, maybe several seconds to finish the synchronization. So just sign in the database, go to the send container, circle plus /s sysdba, and authorization set container equal to pdb1 as well. Oops, there's a spelling mistake. Let's correct it. Alter session set container equal to pdb01. Okay, let's check it. Looks like no any spelling mistake. Oh, right, let's go. All right, as you can see, on our backup server, and there is a totally same table as the production server here. Then I think we can just confirm all the replication and the synchronization rule is work properly and initialized correctly. On the other hand, we can just assume a situation like the product may be just shut down due to the malfunction. So we need the backup machine to take over the current business. Then once the production machine is recovered, we need to transfer the newly added data from the backup machine to the production machine. And in this case, we can just initialize the revert replication rule to archive this. And let's click more. There is reverse sync. But before that, we need to go back to the source database node and the machine node, because in previous operation, we already set the node type as a source node for the production server and the backup node for the backup server. Now we need to exchange them. Alright, we also need some time to wait for the process status become normal. And the process will be initialized automatically as well. Well, you may encounter the same issue as mine. The process status just always abnormal. Oops. Well, even if there is become normal again, but we just assume the situation. The IA back cannot become the green type green color, so we can just initialize the process manually. For example, let's go back to the 86, the backup server, and let's create the current database. Well, we can just initialize the process manually with a comment. Add to data bin series IO work. Oops, there should be the i2Active, sorry. And let's go back to the then maybe you can see the status of export, analysis, and mount is abnormal, but of course, because we just exchange the node type, becomes two different servers, so it doesn't matter because the situation is on our expectation. So let's just go to more and click the reverse psych here, and let's create a new one. Just like we can name it as reverse psych. And it's our replication rule, and here the starts SCN, we can just select today. Alright, because of the time limitation, I already clipped the time to waiting for the reverse psych rule be established. So we can see now all the rule is already running properly, and let's go back to the replication rule, and you will see there is already had the revert rule exit, and please click continue and start the whole operation. Alright, let's keep clicking refresh, until we can see the export and the mount status become finished and track. Now we already do the reverse synchronization successfully, and if you go back to your backup server on the Oracle database, you can just create the random table, or you can just insert the random data as well. Then you go to the production server, you will see the totally same table, and the data will be created successfully. Alright, at the end, I just would like to show the list of the module regarding the web console. It's a component to establish the i2App platform, and in this case, I will show the necessary module, and you can just choose to install them manually, like the rpm-qa. Oh, there. In this case, we need to install the information to software web console lib and the web console i2 node and the web console proxy. Well, after you've done this, you need to set some password to initialize the i2 app, but in this case, I will not do further demonstrate regarding that. Well, congratulations. We have completed the basic operations related to the i2Active. Thank you very much for watching and your patience. Don't forget to contact us if you encounter any issue. Well, the customer service is always our highest priority. Have a nice day and goodbye.